Whoa! The Optima Ultimate Street Car Challenge was imported from the US, a competition event aimed at exposing those cars in the scene that are all show and no go. It's open to basically anything with four wheels, as long as it's street registered, though there are different classes, and this year more than 70 cars lined up to take part. But only one of them was an EV. In an attempt to stir everyone up a bit, I decided to take the Hyundai IONIQ 5N, a 478 kilowatt battery powered box that's supposedly built with this sort of stuff in mind. Alright, heading down to the first event and just saw that beautiful Summonat's Grand Champion winning Porsche do a big 360 onto the main straight. Looks very slippery out there. So they've kind of combined two events into one. We're going to do the auto test, uses a bit of the Thunderdome, then the bottom half of the main circuit. It'll all become clear once you watch a run. Should be really good fun actually. Looks like a cool little course. Then come down and we do the speed stop. So drive in a straight line, do a 180 on the drag strip, come back and brake. Both events should suit this thing to a T. Kind of slow speed, stop, go a little bit. Trying to get my head around all these things to work with. So I've just basically got everything in sport, got the drivetrain in sport, suspension in comfort. Sorry, suspension in sport, steering in comfort. One thing I've done is just knock the torque distribution back to 40-60. Might go 30-70 later, but we'll just start with that. ESP's in sport, might turn it off if it's coming in, but it might not, especially with given it looks a bit slippery out there. I'll just definitely leave it on for the first run. And also got the gears off. I'd like to use the gears, but because it then shapes the power curve, it's actually just going to make the car slower. Might use it for one of the runs, but that's what I'm going with at the moment. Should be a lot of fun. These will be, especially this first auto test, looks like it'll be a really cool little test. So let's get into it. We're good to go? Good to go. Well, as you'll have just seen, the first speed stop didn't quite go to plan. I knocked it back to 30-70 torque split because I'm like, oh, that hairpin, I'll use a bit of throttle to help the car turn. And it went whoom, around like a top. So, lesson learned. Thankfully, there's another 2 runs. Still definitely time to be gained on this auto test. So we'll sharpen it up a bit, but I think I'll leave it in 40-60 for the auto test. Right, here on the dummy grid, perfect example of the variety here at Ultimate Street Car Challenge. Mustang, drag spec Tirana, a Mini with a mid-mounted, rear-mounted EJ25. I'm not kidding. I'm honestly not kidding you. Wow. That's Kean from Street Machine and his ute. 1,000 horsepower. Shelby. Stagio wagon. HQ Monaro. HQ? Don't know. Tirana. F6 Typhoon. Drift spec 350Z. More Aussie classics. American classics. More Utes. That is an HQ, I know that much. HQ GDS. Rotary powered Mighty Boy. Look how cool that thing is. A drag limo. Beautiful. God, this thing's loose. Alright, time for some fun. Lock it in rear wheel drive, see what happens. Whoa! That's hopeless. It's so weird. After the first two tests, the IONIQ 5N is well placed. Its time's good enough for third outright in the Autotest and second outright in the Speedstop. Thankfully, it's only the best of the three runs that count. Before we head into the hot laps, let's take a further look around at some of the other entrants. So these are the guys from Mustang Motorsport. Know them pretty well. Great group of guys. We've got Craig Dean in a GT500, 5.8 litre. And that's another RTR Tiger car. We've got a Maloo. Again, even this, Maloo. Evo 7. Very cool. STI wagon. Super cool. That's the thing, there's only two Subarus here, and they're both wagons. There's this Liberty, and there's another Outback with a Liberty engine swap. Mustang, very fast. And even this. I told you it was open to every road registered car. And this is an Infiniti EX37. Think of it as a 370Z for the family. So VQ37 engine, rear-wheel drive still though. But we really want to have a look at this. So this is the car that won Grand Champion at Summer Nats maybe the year before last or something. But just, it looks like a 911, and it is a 911, but it's one of those things, like the level of detail on it is just exquisite. Look at the trimming in it, I mean, absolutely stunning. You know, engine, you could absolutely eat your dinner off that. God knows how much it took to build. Yeah, those panels. Absolutely awesome bit of engineering. But it's not the only Summer Nats Grand Champion here, I think. So let's go look at a few more. So there is a lot of classics here, a lot of Aussie classics. But they're all kind of, some of them are good off the drag cars, but some are also fit for the circuit. Really nice, neat build. Got a Boss V8. That's another street machine cover car. Really nice build, really clean. Right.
Lucky last, time for the drag racing. Never done drag racing in my whole life, so not sure how it's going to go. Hyundai quotes 11.5, it should do 11.5, but I'll just stamp the throttle and Carl will do the rest. Been a fun day though. So I forgot to turn the cameras on for the drag run. Oops, but you've seen a car go in a straight line. Did an 11.9 at 120 miles an hour. Bit slower than the claim, but it's cold, it's slippery, blah, 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 blah. Managed to beat the Mustang next to me at least. So this has been a great event. It's been lots of fun, and we'll definitely be back next year. So see you there.